everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back. I'm going to work on my Alaska board book journal. It's not really a board book. I have used a backing piece, just a flimsy piece of card for the covers, and then these pieces are not really a lightweight paper. I can't really tell the weight, but this was the scrapbook kit I bought on the cruise, and I've just folded those together to make it thicker so it'd be a little bit more durable. I think I've got some ideas that I want to use this on the cover. It says, "What a beautiful day for a cruise." So I think that is what I'm going to add to the cover. Maybe put some photo corners. I thought I had some, but yeah, you know how that goes. I've got some metallic ones, you know, that little filigree type metal, but I don't know if I want to use those or not. So I'm going to think on it. I might just put paper corners, or maybe use some of this ribbon. That might be fun. But we'll come back to that. You know how I am about the cover. Do it last. I did decide, however, that I want to put, I'm not going to use fabric on the inside. I'm going to use these pieces for the inside. And then that will leave me the 7 I need. Let's see, 1, 2, let's fan them out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1 extra for some pockets or something. But I probably will mostly use the ephemera that came with it. I was thinking that might be cute there, you know, just for tucking a couple of extra things in. There's lots of these little pieces. And then in between the pages, I want to include some of these that are double-sided, like this one's double-sided. So we'll put those in between the pages. So my thinking is that on each layout, I'm going to have 1 pocket and a couple of photos, or 1 large photo. This is not as big as I thought, so it's not, you know, like an 8x8 album where you can get a 4x6, because we made this 5.5. So my photos are going to have to be 4.5 wide at the biggest. Now, because of the way we take photos, I don't think that's going to be an issue for us to be able to crop them down, because we usually want to take it all in, and then we really only need the part that's right there in the center. So I'm going to work on that later. I want to put the book together first, and then see how many layouts I have, and then I'm going to go through my pictures. And I'll need some vertical and some horizontal, and then we'll put some in the pockets. We can put some removable ones that are double-sided and what have you, because some of these have backs and some do not. So this would be great to stick in a pocket with a photo on the back, you know. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So the first thing I want to do here, because these are the same size, that's got a very small reveal, but I do need to trim off just like 1/8 of an inch. And I'll do that from one side, or from the bottom, sorry. Just like 1/8 of an inch is all. And I think that'll be great. Just kind of seeing if there's any white showing. Might as well cut it off if I'm cutting. Oh, didn't like that. Should have gone from the folded side. All right, let's just double check. We might want to, yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing on the sides as well. So where I had that white showing, I'm just going to make that my trimming side. Okay. And then this one as well. I don't really see any white on this one. This one did really well. Yep, I can't even tell which side is the, yeah, I think that's the open side. Yeah, I like it when it all works the way I want it to. Okay. So, this is also going to make my cover a little bit stronger. So, we will, I'm just going to add, I am going to use my walnut stain oxide. So it's on this sponge, so I'm just going to keep using this one. I may have to change it out after this project, but I want to go around and get off some of this where you can see the white edge. So hope everyone's doing well. I am filming this on recording, however you want to say it. Which side do I want to use? I think that one's more interesting. I think what I'm going to do is put a photo collage on these pages. Anyway, yeah, today is Tuesday when I'm recording, so that you guys will see this on Wednesday. We'll see how much I can get done. School started, so I'm back to toting people back and forth, and I've got some appointments coming up, so I'm just trying to get some recording done while I can. And yeah, so let's hope that stays. I don't know about this glue. This is that Nouveau glue, so I'm hoping that will attach. Probably should have used Fabri-Tac, but we'll see. We can always add more glue if we need to. Let me get my little brayer out. I love my brayer. It's a little crooked, but I'm not going to worry about it. There we go. And then this one, we want to do the same. Get those white edges. Woo! You can see how it just takes that right away. Okay. I think I like this side better. So this thin tip here is almost a little too thin. I didn't ever think I would say that, but the thicker one, I feel like it's really hard to squeeze. And perhaps that's the craft glue that I put in the bottle. Yeah, I feel like, you see how thin it is? I feel like I can't squeeze, and then a blob comes out. So this is, it's not working my thumbs, I will say that. It's not bothering my thumbs, but you're working other muscles, which I guess is not a bad thing, right? Anytime we're working our muscles, that's a good thing. So I feel it in my, if I work here too long with the glue, I'll feel it here. So anyway, let's get these covers done, and then I'll probably put a pocket on these. I was thinking about doing a photo collage, but maybe I should just put pockets, and then I can use, do something else. We can add extra photos in the pocket. But oh yeah, see, that's much better. That's much better. I just want to make sure that's good and stuck. And like I said, I probably should have used the Fabri-Tac, but this will be a test for our Nouveau glue. Alright, so I have some picked out that I know I want to use. So, embark on new adventures. What a beautiful day to see the world, and what a beautiful world it is. I like that one. I think that one would go great here. Definitely going to have to cut it down. So let's see. This is going to be 5 3/8. No, 5 1/8. So let's do that. Probably if I just actually, if that sentiment's too long, that's not going to work. Yeah, that's too big. Let's pick a different one. I like both sides of that one, apparently. I do like this Alaska one as well. Yeah, that would be good. And I can just trim off. Let's see. So these are right at 6. So if I take a 1/2 inch plus 1/8, so that's 5/8 off each side. That's going to be too small. So let's do a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. No, 7/8 off each. 1, 2, 3/8. Let's try 3/8 off each side. And I'm just cutting a smidge there. Yeah, that gets me right to 5 1/4. That should be just about right. Yeah, with just a smidge of a reveal. I want to put a notch in the top. So because it's 5 1/4, I need 2 1/2 plus 1/8, right? That looks right. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I've been putting this off for a long time, and I don't know why. When we came back in 2018, I got to putting that one together right away. And if you haven't seen that, I think that's the first video I ever posted, way back. But I used Kathy King had a suitcase with a photo album in it, and that's what I used to make the album before I started making junk journals. And you know how it is. You go on YouTube. I was actually looking up how to repair this Bible that I have. My mom and dad got it for a wedding present. And I come across Nick the Booksmith. And that is how I got rabbit holed into junk journaling. From there, it was Gail Agostinelli and you know, just you know how it goes. So many, Crafty Arena, and a lot of the people that I originally followed in the beginning aren't even making videos anymore. So, all right, let's do about a 1/16. Perfect. That looks good. I went a little hefty on the glue. Very good. When you want it to come out super thin, there's a little bit extra. But that looks good. Oh, I got some glue right there where I don't want it. Alright, hopefully that's not going to be too noticeable. I think I got it. But that looks nice. I like it. I love these colors. You know how I am about blue. So I think I'll just repeat on the back cover. So let's do, these are all vertical. I kind of tried to do both. Let me pull out the rest of my cards. Okay. I don't even know where to put these. There's so many. And let's see, I don't really want that. a gorgeous horizon and a beautiful land. There we go. Unforgettable, and I can cut off part of that. So let's see, we want that to be, what did we say, 5 1/4? 5 1/4. Okay. And this one's white, which is not my favorite color. But once we ink it, it'll be fine. I do like the copper. Oh, I need to put a punch. Two and a half plus. Okay. Sometimes these little pieces make some interesting shadows. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, let's glue. Don't think I need that ruler at the moment. Glue this pocket down. Room for writing here if we want. Could even put a picture there. Okay. Now, I had some little ones. What did I do with the little ones I had? I know I wanted to use these. So what I think I'm going to do with these double-sided ones is put them in between pages. That's a blank on the back. And then I probably won't use that in between because it's the same on both sides. So one of them would be used maybe for a pocket if I can make it fit. This one we would probably use maybe for like a tuck spot or something. But I think I might put that there. Oh, these all say Alaska. How about that? I'm going to think on it. So I'll just tuck that in. This I do think I want to do here. Okay, and I am just going to glue this down. There we go. I'm going to save all the blingy stuff for last and just kind of get the format of what we want. Okay, so let's decide which this one kind of matches that. So let's go with this as our first page. And this one as our last page. I'm not fond of this color so much, so let's do this one next, and I'm going to ink around these so that the white doesn't show. And I don't want that one next. Let's do this one. Do this one next, and then we'll do the green and the night sky. That's the only one I think that has the orientation that we want to keep. And then this. Yeah. So that will be like that. I think I am going to go ahead and glue this down just so I can remember the front and the back. So let's use Fabri-Tac for this one. Oh, let's ink it first. Doesn't need it, but I don't know why this looks funny to me. It feels like it's upside down, and I know it's not. I'm just double checking. I don't have another picture of Alaska, but for some reason I know it doesn't go that way. So it just, I guess I'm just not used to seeing it by itself. Maybe same distance on these three sides. Now keep in mind we are going to have the binding over here, so I probably should have come to the right a little bit more, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. I want to keep as much as possible away from there, but I'm not concerned about centering everything that way. And then maybe one of those little pieces that are you know, one of these wood pieces or something, or even the Savor the Journey down there, something like that. But we'll do that last. Let's turn this over this way, making sure this is the right way. See what I have. I really am not fond of these that have been perforated. That bugs me. I'm gonna have to trim every one of those if I want to use it. So let's see if I can find something that, okay, that doesn't really match, but that would work. And I think these are double-sided, but these are more journal card. These are the days. That would work. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. That's just a, yeah, I don't know what that is. Life is good. There was so much to do, see, try, eat. Yeah, the sea is calling. That would work. So I like these two so far. This is just, these are just blanks. Okay, there's one. Sights to see. Yeah, it looks like there's two of each of these, so I kind of like these checklists, but the problem is I don't write on them, and it says unforgettable, but you do forget some things. You don't forget the experience because you get that feeling, but you do forget the details. You're left with that amazing, what a breathtaking day. I love that. There's a bear. Looking, maybe that whale one should go on the back. I wonder if I have another one of those. There it is. Yeah, let's put that on the back. Yeah, I kind of like that. I do want to get it somewhat centered though. I don't like to put too much on the back because, excuse me, I feel like, you know, it can get stuck on stuff, or I don't want it to be coming off all the time. So, but that would be good. I'll use my Fabri-Tac again since it's here and open. There again, I want to come back and go around the edges close so that it's not going to lift. Yes. Come down a little bit further with this one. That looks good. I don't want to squeeze it out so that it makes the fabric dark, but I do want to make sure that it's down good. There we go. I love that this fabric has the blue and the teal and the shimmering waters. We were just watching Anne of Green Gables, my daughter, and she wanted to show it to her husband. He'd never heard of it or seen it or anything, which is weird to us because, you know, we're so, you know, I used a lot of literature when I was homeschooling. Used literature-based curriculum and things like that. So when someone says they haven't heard of Anne of Green Gables, you're like, what? So she went and got the Megan Follows, well, she found at Goodwill the, she found at Goodwill the VHS tapes, and we have an old VCR she hooked up, and it was horrible. So she went to the library and got it's the 1985 version, which I think is the best. But anyway, yeah. And we've been watching that, and it just cracks me up how she renames everything. So the Barry's Lake is, you know, the lake of shimmering waters, you know. I love that. I love Anne of Green Gables. So we've watched the first one and the second one now with him, which, you know, I don't know that's necessarily a favorite of boys all over the world. Okay, so here's our front, and then this is going to have this, and I will actually make sure that it doesn't have any crumbs attached to it. And yeah, I think that'll be cool. And I think I am going to use the blue ribbon corners for that. Maybe I might even only need 2 corners. No, I want it to stay. I'll probably do all 4 corners, but I'm going to put this somewhere where it's not getting all the junk on it. All right. So what's next? All right, let's go to the first page. I think here I'll put a photo collage. So this will be our first day, and maybe we'll put a 4x6, or not a 4x6, but a 3x5 there. And we've got a pocket on this page, so this isn't going to be day 1. This is just going to be, you know, ahead of time. So this will be day 1, which was at C, but we need a pocket for this page, and I want to put one of these in between. So let's go through and do that. So this one is double-sided. and I want different sizes, so this will work. I do want to trim that down, but I can't trim it down too far because I can only trim it down to there. I think that might just barely fit, so let's see. Let's just see. If I go right to the end of those white lines. Oh, I kind of took off a little bit of the D. Sorry, D. Okay. And that's perfect on that side. So, yes, it works. Okay. So we'll put that one there. And the reason I'm doing this side is because I think, well, I don't know. What do you think? That would work. But that kind of doesn't have as much contrast. I think I'm going to do it this way. No, I'll do it that way. All right. And then this one, and we want a vertical one now. So let's do this one. Contrast is perfect. I wouldn't want that back here. And then let's do another horizontal one. Excuse me. Oh, there they are. I was like, what did I do with all those overlays there in the middle of my stack here? So, let's see. I want one that is, we already have that one. I could put two of them together, couldn't I? That one would work. Yeah. And this was captivating. Live for the moments you can't put into words. That's cool. All right, I need another vertical one, don't I? A lot of horizontal. There we go. Oh, that's one-sided, but do I already have that one? Is that the one I just did? Yes. Let's find another one that I like, because that's vertical, that's vertical. These don't have backs, and we can just glue it together. I want that one. Okay. And I'm going to put these behind me so I quit knocking them over. And I'll be able to catch them when I need them, because they are no longer in the order that I had them. Okay, so what did we need? That one was vertical. We need a horizontal. All right, so we don't want this because that's too green. Yeah. All right, so looks like the writing is whiter on that side. Basically, what did I decide? I need to cut off 3/8 off of each side, so that should work. I don't know why I didn't remember that on the last one. That should work. All right. So, live for the moments you can't put into words. New adventures are, okay. Now we need a vertical one, which I think I want this one. However, we've got that green, and I don't necessarily know that Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt because that's going to be on that side. Sure, why not? Let's glue these together. And you know what? I might do this with a glue stick because I want it to go right to the edge. This, see how this Paper Studio, this is the cover. This is what I used. There's a front and a back, and it's, you know, you might as well use it. So glue stick. And I pulled it out so I could glue on it because, you know. You want to make sure you get plenty of glue with this glue stick. This is the Scotch Purple. Make sure I got them the right way around. Go over. Okay. And we're going to brayer that. It may slightly curl up, but it'll flatten out. So I don't know that I have any pictures at all with my husband together, the two of us. We are not good at selfies. So there's pictures of me that he took, and there's pictures of him that I took. So who knows? All right, so now we need a horizontal, and that will be this one. Yeah, I think I'll put this side. No. Let's do, yeah, I think that will look better. All right, there again, I need to cut off. You might have to go on this side. I'm going to cut a little bit of that W. Not really, actually. Looks okay on there. And 3/8. That's 1/4 inch. That's 3/8. So yeah, just about right. Yes. And some of that is going to be in the punch, but I'm not worried about that. I think it'll be fine. And then we have this page back here. So we're good. Okay. That's going to be it for today. I am going to get together some things that I want to put on each page. I'm not going to make photo mats with the frame and all of that. But I am going to use these cards for photos. So whatever side, if they're blank on the back and I don't want to use them, I'll just use these for photo mats. And then we'll put the photos on top of that. So, because I don't want to cut up a bunch of cardstock, you know, but I'll cut out some or go through and see what I want to put as pockets, and then we will come back with the pockets and photo mats. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.